Yo, what it dang dizzly doo wop. I am ZackeryD, the Palsy Papa, and this is Palsy Papa Presents. And honest to goodness, gang, if there's one video on my channel you watch, I want it to be this one. Where do I start? First off, I want to be clear about my mindset when I'm making this video about what time it is, about what I've done today already, and sort of give you a baseline for the direction of this particular video. So it is currently 3:10 a.m. on Sunday morning as I'm recording this particular video. And I'm going to go ahead and lean back in the chair because honestly, I think this could be a very long video. There's a lot that I want to say, and I want to be as transparent as I possibly can about the way that I'm feeling and what I've kind of been going through. Because I think I've alluded to it a bit on the channel, but I don't think I've ever actually broken down what I'm feeling. And I think there might be other people listening to this that feel the same way. And where do I start? So recently, I've sort of felt like I am in one sense, and excuse me while I grab a water, because like I say, this could be a long video. Recently, I began to feel like I am, in one sense or another, beating against a current that is destined for me to tread water. And I'm not sure what to do about it. What I mean to say is that I have felt like I've hit a wall. And this is not the first time I felt like this. This is not the last time that I will feel like this, but it is where I am mentally right now. And I want to see if I have an old recording that I can play of a song I made several years ago that kind of encapsulates the way that I feel right now. And while I'm looking for that, what I mean to say is that I have felt very much like in a lot of aspects of my life that I am um, um, just pushing, waiting on something to break, waiting on a big moment. And I made a video early on in this channel asking all of my male friends to create more. And I think there's a motivation behind that video that I didn't consider at the time. Maybe that video was more aimed at me. Maybe I was pointing that finger at myself 10 times harder than I was pointing it at anybody else. Because creating things is where I find my purpose. And I felt very purposeless um, recently, in the last couple of weeks specifically. Um, I I think that in a lot of ways it shows in the content that I put out on this channel in the last few weeks. It's not been the same level of openness. I've not had the same level of energy. Um, I felt very drained, and I did find that recording. By the way, we'll click on that in a minute, and I'll play you an incredibly rough cut of that track that I made. Shoot, when was this uploaded? I mean, this was March 5 years ago, March 2015. Um, so the last time I felt like this had to have been February of 2015. It had to have been like January, February 2015, because I was very in the habit of making music about how I was feeling in that moment. And there's a lot of stories I could tell about that time. But I think what's relevant for you to understand about me 5 years ago, and I don't know exactly that it was 5 years ago when I made this, but I do know that's probably when it was uploaded um, to my Google Drive where I'm going to play it from today. I I I do I do know that it was around that, maybe a little bit um, earlier, maybe late um, 2014. But something you need to know around the period where this song that I'm going to play for you was created is that I was in a place where I was meeting up every weekend with a group of my friends, and we were supposed to be pushing together to make music and see some level of success. And we just weren't. All we were doing was binging drugs and um, more or less that every weekend alone. The group of the four, was it four or five? Four consistently. The four of us. That's all we were doing. We weren't um, making any real effort to break out, and I felt very trapped in um, to a wall that um, that I didn't know how to get out of, and honestly, that caused that situation to finally implode on itself because I felt like we weren't making any progress, and I certainly wasn't in a mindset to keep pushing. And I think it's important for you to hear that clip um, now, and then we can talk about the similarities and differences of that time when that clip is done. So I want to go ahead and play this. I'm just kind of gonna let it ride. I'm gonna try not to talk over it too much.
We done hit the wall. We done hit the wall.
We won't be here long. We won't be here long. We done hit the wall. We done hit the wall. We won't be here long. We won't be here long because we're just waiting on a breakthrough. Yeah.
Waiting
on a breakthrough. Yeah.
Cause we're just waiting on a breakthrough. Waiting on a breakthrough, yeah. Tell me how it is that you're stressed out now. Worry about getting CDs pressed out now. Depressed, I smile, played a part. Don't know how. Sure go down even when I'm not feeling it. Don't matter what I'm dealing with. Get on stage, rock the crowd. Homeboy, man, killing shit. That's what you expect from me, ain't it? Working on giving that to you. All I keep's getting bad news, and I don't really know what I'm doing wrong. Anything you could say to help me make it through it all would probably save my life, cause I feel like I crashed into the wall. Hey Chase boy, the wall. It's Zeke, man. We done hit the wall. I need your help, brother.
Well, that is all of my part of that song. You heard me reference a person there in that clip, Chase Boy. Shout out to Chase Boy, Chase Keller, because truly, when it came to making music at that point in my life, he is somebody who recognized me early and really is a driving force in why I made music so actively for as long as I have. Now, why is all this coming back up now? Obviously, I'm not in a downward trajectory. Um, Obviously, I started a good job. I have a wonderful family. I have a very, very, very supportive community behind this channel. So, what are the similarities behind that period in my life and now? And I think the similarities exist in the sense that for the last few weeks, I've been um, hoping for a breakthrough, hoping for a big break. I've been just waiting for somebody to go, Zach, you're important, you matter. Here's what you're worth. Here's a big break that shows you that you're worth something. And I haven't been just riding along with the process and enjoying the process. And that's a bad mentality to have. It is very bad to be doing something with only the big break in mind. It is very bad to be um, only focused on the end. And I think, well, I know in my professional life, in my personal life, in my life here on YouTube, I have been very, very end goal focused recently because I feel like I've put in the work and I somehow deserve success. And the truth is, I don't. No one deserves success. Success is something that you have to find within yourself. And I'm not talking on some philosophical concept. I mean, the life you're living right now could be somebody's definition of success. So you've got to quit moving that yardstick and assuming that more and more and more and different and different and different is going to make your life better. And what has it caused me as far as this channel is concerned? It has caused me to forget the reason I started the channel in the first place almost 2 months ago or a month and a half ago. I don't know officially when I started anymore. I guess I could go look. Um, actually, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do exactly that. 1 second. Since we're here and we're talking about it, how long have I been at this YouTube thing? How long have I been going in on YouTube and putting out videos? Let's find out. So, my first video was October the 24th. Was it? No, can't be. Hang on. October 6th. Wow. Today, ladies and gentlemen, marks 2 months of YouTube content. near daily videos. Um, most of the weeks, twice a week live streams. A lot of content in the last 2 months. But today, actually, right now, the day that you're watching this video, marks 2 months for me on YouTube. And you say, well, of course you don't have success on YouTube after 2 months. That's silly. No, and I understand that. I fully grasp that this is a long-term endeavor, and should enough people decide they like the content that I put out, um, that takes time to grow. That is not something that's going to happen in 2 months. Rome wasn't built overnight. All that yada yada. But I would be lying to you if I was not honest and said that in my professional life, where I have put 13 years into an industry, that I didn't feel a bit like I was due. Due for something big, due for more. And that has carried over into the channel in the sense that some days I look at this channel and go, well, this is gonna be my something more. This is gonna be my big break. This is gonna be my no longer having to rely on somebody else to recognize my skills, my value, or anything of that nature. I'm going to be able to make my own path here on YouTube. And it was today that I realized that's the wrong way to go about anything. I am here on YouTube specifically to tell my story and the story of those people who do not feel like they have a way to tell it, with a focus on those individuals who happen to have a disability. That's what I'm here for. And I need to enjoy the process of doing that. And it was tonight when I got the opportunity to talk with Christine again, who, by the way, our interview is going to be cleared fairly quickly. And apparently it might be watched by the CEO of the Special Olympics of North Carolina, which would be really nice because I would love to work with other athletes and tell their story as well. But that is a process, and I've got to start enjoying the process and be less in the goal focus. I love this channel. I love everything about it. I love making videos for you guys. I do love the process. But for the last several weeks, I felt like I was owed something. And I was gifted a new camera, and I said many times, or at least one other time on this channel, that alone almost brought me to tears. And honest to goodness, it might right now. because uh, Fire didn't have to do that. And it was some sort of recognition that oh boy, it was some sort of recognition that somebody believed enough in what I was doing to spend some hard-earned money on making this a better overall experience for me, for you guys watching, for everyone involved. But the other thing that I had forgotten about is the difference this channel makes in the lives of the people who watch my content and don't comment, or they watch my content and uh say a few words, or they watch um the interviews I'm gonna have up, but also in the life of the people that I interview. Um it became obvious to me tonight that that interview with Christine started a relationship, a friendship of sorts between her and I, that she felt comfortable enough just to come into my live stream. And I love that. I don't ever want that to change so long as you guys remain respectful on my live stream and I don't have to bring the band hammer down because you're going all wild on me. I would love for every member of my community all the time to feel comfortable coming into the channel. And this channel keeps me sane in the way that I can articulate my thoughts, get them out, and publish them. And then now that it's been expressed, I can move on. But how does this relate to where I spend anywhere from 50 to 60 hours of my week, every week in my professional career? I've got to stop looking for recognition. Um, I've got to stop waiting for somebody to tap me on the shoulder for a promotion. I've got to get back to enjoying the process, enjoying the experience of doing my job. And thirdly, this relates back to um, my video on telling others to create things, because I've got to get back to a creative outlet. And I think more importantly, I've got to tell my story because there's a lot that I didn't say and haven't said since this channel started about my life. So, this is the start of the third month for me on YouTube. I don't know where the eye is on this camera. Leaking me out a little bit. I don't know where I should be looking. It's weird. You have my commitment that over the next month, I will tell my full story. No edits, no punches pulled, no tears held back, no successes, no lies, no fronting, no nothing. I'm going to tell my entire story over the next month. That might be over the course of one video. It might be the course of 3 videos. It might be the entire month outside of releasing this interview or doing other interviews or anything of that nature. But I've got to tell you how I ended up right here on YouTube right now. I have an obligation to this channel and an obligation to myself to tell all of it. And what I want to tell all of you before I cut this video and it becomes an hour-long epic, what I want to tell all of you is that you matter, your story matters, your experience matters, and don't wait for some ethereal success moment. The life you're living right now could be somebody's definition of success. Enjoy your process. Enjoy your day. Enjoy the minutes. Enjoy the hours. Enjoy as much of it as you can. Does that mean it's going to be stress-free? No, of course not. But you know what stress really tells me? If I'm stressed, it means I care. It means I care about whatever's going on. I care, so I'm stressed. So, in a certain sense, enjoy the stress. I want you to know that if your story hasn't been heard and you want to tell it, please comment on this video. Please reach out to me and we will make time for your story to get heard. Everyone's story deserves to be heard because others can learn from it. I hope that I've made sense somewhere along this video. It's just one of those late night things. I didn't plan this video. I didn't. In fact, I think I said at the end of the live stream yesterday that I didn't know if I was putting out a video today or if I was going to do another live stream. I appreciate every single one of you who has ever watched one of my videos up to this point. And you have my commitment that month 3 will be the Palsy Papa enjoying the process and not thinking too much about it, not being so worried about, was this going to get visibility on YouTube? Is this? No, I'm here to enjoy myself and tell my story and the story of others like me who feel the need to tell their story, don't have the platform. I appreciate every single one of you who has ever watched a video of mine, and I thank you very much for watching this. And I hope you stick around for many more months to come. I am ZackeryD, the Palsy Papa. And as always, don't be tripping, because I'm still crippin'. And if you're fighting the good fight, I'm right there with you. And I love you all. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys tomorrow.